Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Baldur's Gate episode. I figured we'd continue on the Ravaged Beach with me learning how to do the controls. I did actually record 10 minutes of me playing in photo mode before this as well, just to make sure that everybody, knew how long it takes me to figure this stuff out.
You drink in the pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face.
Interesting. Let's try to remember the last time we stood above a corpse. Oh, good. Good roll, good roll.
As soon as you delve into your mind, it is filled with flashes of 1,000 different dead. There is something unknown within your heart.
Oops, okay. Is asleep with a rock. Should I wake her or reach for the artifact? Oh man, I really don't like her, but I'm also trying to be a good person, so I'll wake her up.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
I was hoping you might know that.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Do you have any idea where we are?
I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
God, she looked really happy for a split second there. All right, I'm gonna pick up a clamshell. Come over here.
There's bound to be a settlement somewhere along this river.
I'm sure there is. We're gonna take this water. That'll be useful for us. Highlight items. Press left alt to... Oh, nice. Highlight lootable containers and items. There was marks. There we go. We have a body right here. I'm gonna loot him. Take his gold. I'll take it. I'll take it. Intellect Devourer. Nothing on that guy. I wonder where he put it if there was something. Run up here. I do believe I can take some fish out of these. These are camp supplies, which I can use when we go to camp later on. Camp is a very significant part of...
Something the matter?
Didn't mean to do that. So many things to say. Fantastic. A very significant part of the game in Baldur's Gate and your relationship with your party members. As you can see, your party members will most of the time have at least something to say to you. So it's really important to rest and speak to them all, especially if you want to try to get, like, really good endings in the game and such. Let's see. My memories are all gone. Is your tadpole playing tricks on you?
I understand why you ask, but memory loss is not as uncommon as you'd think. There may be other causes.
What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly?
You must have thoughts about our little
Must
stowaways.
Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. We've no solid leads right now, though. We'd best get hunting.
If you discover anything that might help us, I'm all ears.
What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
Where would you go?
Home. Baldur's Gate.
Name
There's
drop.
someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
We're going to turn to other matters. What's the story with that
There's
odd
no
artifact?
story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
We should get to know
Must
each
we?
other.
No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
Just looking to make conversation.
Conversation shouldn't be made. It should be grown. Let the seeds sprout in their own time.
If you're not comfortable, I won't press you.
I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Okay, so I'm going to leave that dialogue. So something about Shadowheart, for those of you who might be playing the game for the first time. She is awful. No, Shadowheart is very prickly, and she keeps a lot to herself. And if you're looking to gain a lot of approval with Shadowheart in the game, you'll want to kind of let her tell you things on her own time instead of pressing her for more information when you want it. This is a sea shanty to the Bitch Queen, as she's known. I am going to pick up all of those items and take this book as well. Again, like I said in the last episode, it's good to pick up a lot of garbage so that you can sell it later on. Over here, I don't see anything else that we can use, so I'm going to head back this way. Okay. Continue my journey. It looks like there's a barrel over here on the right. Oh, I have a level up. I almost didn't see that. So we are real quick going to do a level up. These yellow arrows on the corner tell us that we're ready for that. I have hit Warlock level 2. My health increased from 10 to 17. I gained a Warlock spell slot. I gained 2 passives for my invocations, and I gained a spell. I would like... Choose the spells you know from the list below. I would like... Witch Bolt, I think. Eldritch Invocation. In your study of occult lore, you have unearthed Eldritch Invocations, fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue you with an abiding magical prowess. I'm going to use, Repelling Blast. So when you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you push them. And then, generally, if I wasn't playing the game modded, I would take Beast Speech as my other one, because speak with animals at will without using a spell slot is absolutely amazing for a lot of aspects of the game. But I do believe I have the mod on that says everyone speaks with animals, because that makes the game better for me. So I am going to use a different one. I'm going to take Devil's Sight. You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 24 meters. I have sort of a PTSD about my previous encounters in previous playthroughs in Baldur's Gate. So all the way in Act 3, there is a lady who kills me violently constantly. It's, I think, the hardest fight in the game because I don't know how to prepare well for it, and having something that will see through darkness is very helpful for that. So I have successfully leveled to level 2, and we have now Shadowheart at Cleric level 2, also going from 10 to 17. She gained another spell slot and a Channel Divinity charge, which is Turn Undead. Plus, she gained the Invoke Duplicity action, which comes with her class as a Trickery Domain Cleric. Something I will likely do for Miss Shart as she progresses her story is I will respec her out of Trickery Domain, because that is not useful for me. I'm going to grab... Shield of Faith, I guess, for her. Okay, so that was a level up for both Shadowheart and Penelo. I got nothing in this barrel, but I did discover a waypoint, so that is like a teleportation circle that we can use throughout the game to come back to this area. I got some more gold and fish. I'm going to come over here and check this ancient door.
Won't get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
Maybe there is. I'm going to rotate my camera. I do believe if I... Yes, there's some plants I can pick up. Oh god. Oh my god. Ugh. Did I loot this dead fisher? I didn't! Thank goodness.
More of those wretched things.
Oh, a couple more of the intellect devourers. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god, camera work. Alright, we got a dagger here. I'm gonna go all the way down to this body that's here. Then I'm not sure if we checked that barrel either. We didn't. I got a loot out of it. Very nice. My loot was loot. Let's go down here. There is actually a bonus chest that I'm gonna grab before I go have this encounter with our Intellect Devourer friends. So you can jump up these sort of step-looking rocks. And if you jump, so first of all, you can completely skip the next encounter with the Intellect Devourers by going up that way, but I'm not going to do that because I think that's boring and I would like the experience. So I'm going to run all the way over here, and you'll see on top of here there is actually a cartilaginous chest, which includes a bronze necklace, an elixir of fire resistance, and a caustic bulb. So that's a little bonus for us.
Need to find a way forward.
You'll have to excuse me. Figuring out jumping is not great for me. Eventually, I'll have mobility down pat. We have come forward here, and it looks like we have the Intellect Devourers coming for us first.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Oh, we have an opportunity to use the disengage action, but we won't. So I'm going to use my Eldritch Blast. Oh, the target is too close. We're at a disadvantage, so I'm not going to use Eldritch Blast. I am going to use, let's see, maybe just a Wrathful Smite, and I'll hit this guy. Alright, and that took up my action and my bonus action. I don't want to move too much because it'll provoke an attack of opportunity, but I'll just stand right here. And then with Shadow Heart, I'm going to do... so the thing to note about Shadowheart is actually she sucks at intelligence. So right here on Firebolt where it says intelligence, you don't want to use that ever. Unfortunately, she is not intelligent. So anytime you use that, it'll usually miss. And I just hit with a 29 on that guiding bolt, so I can't even use the advantage that would have given me, but that's okay. And we don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity, so she's just going to move over here and end her turn. Wow, one hit did that much damage. Alright, so I'm gonna just attack. Oh, that didn't even... Awesome. I will shove. That's a class action I can take. And that shoves him away, and I will go all the way over there, too far away for anybody to touch me. Let's do... I don't have a cantrip that hits from far away. Is Sacred Flame? Oh, yeah. Let's do Sacred Flame. Perfect. Another kill with the radiant damage for Miss Shit. And then we're gonna go over there. Spread us out so he has to pick between us for his attack. And he took the bait. And now I commit murder. Okay, so he's got 9 hit points. And I can do... I'm gonna do Pull the Dead on him. Oh, but he saved against it. That's a bummer. Let's at least go Flourish on him.
All right.
Knocked him off balance, and I'll end my turn. And then Shadowheart can inflict wounds, since he's right in front of her.
You fight well.
And there we
Perhaps
go.
our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
And if we take a short rest now, we can recover half of our hit points and some other resources. The cool thing about warlocks, which is what I am, is that a warlock actually regains their spell slots on a short rest. Now, overall, they will have less spell slots than other casters, but having less with the additional bonus of the short rest spell slots is still pretty beneficial. And then I'm gonna jump down here. I'm also gonna go there. Ooh, 45 gold. Poor guy. At least your gold's gonna go to a good place, you know? I'm gonna go ahead real quick and do my invocation to speak with animals for no particular reason. I'm sure it won't come in handy at all. And with that, I will head this way down the beach. So right here in this wooden crate, you get some thieves' tools. And then here you get a hammer, and this chest up here is locked. So, because we have thieves' tools on us, we can use the thieves' tools to open this lock. However, we don't have Astarion yet. Astarion is a rogue, so he'll have proficiency with thieves' tools, and pretty much any time you want to pick a lock, you'll want to do it as Astarion unless you are a rogue or have proficiency in sleight of hand and can do that. So what I'm going to do instead is main hand attack and just hit it. The wooden trunk has 4 hit points, so it can just be busted open. So I'm going to take the leather helmet, and I believe some gold will drop out of there as well. Right there, 12 gold, and then that is a success for us, and we didn't have to waste our thieves' tools.
That took the edge off.
Okay. I look over here right now. I can hear Astarion in my left ear, which means my headphones are on backwards because he is to our right. One moment. Oh, yeah, that actually sounds a whole lot better in my ears. That makes sense. Whoop. Moving the camera instead of the character. Alright, and real quick, before we go see our friend Astarion, we are going to come over here. Now, down here, there's actually a little bonus treasure that you can get, but only if you have a high enough strength. So it can be a little difficult to get early on, especially if you're a magic user with a low strength.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Can't be added to inventory. I don't want to add it to the inventory. I can't throw it because it's too heavy. Let's see if Shadowheart can. Nope, too heavy for Shadowheart as well. That is unfortunate, so I will have to try to remember to come back here at some point and pick that up with a stronger character, such as Lae'zel or Karlach. But right now, with the group I'm about to get put together with Astarion added, this is not looking good for us. That was a really strange scream from my gal here. But
Hey, I need some help.
do you need help over there, buddy? Nothing can go wrong.
I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Kill it yourself. You look capable enough.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
I can use my dexterity to roll away or strength to push myself to my feet. Obviously, my strength isn't great, so I'm going to try to roll away. And I can get guidance added from Shadowheart, which is free. This is a cantrip, so I recommend always casting guidance on yourself. And let's do that. I do manage to roll away with a 17.
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me?
You have it backwards. They snatched me up, too.
I'm not an idiot. I saw... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Let's see. It's the Mind Flayer's worm. It connected us.
A worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Apology accepted. I might have done the same, or the roles reversed.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Let's see. I'm in quite the state, but I think I'm Penelo. Or tell him of your crash, your worm, and your ruined brain. I mean, we just met. I'm just gonna say I'm in quite the state, but I think I'm Penelo.
A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Yes, unfortunately. They'll turn us into mind flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Control it. We need to get rid of it.
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
You should travel with me. Odds are better together.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse.
Your party is shown on the side of your screen. The portraits show your character's health and conditions. Drag the portraits apart to split the party. No thanks. I am going to swap to Astarion, though, and do a quick level up. He is now a level 2 rogue. His health also increased from 10 to 17, and he has the ability to use cunning actions, which is a bonus action hide, dash, or disengage, versus any other class is going to be able to hide, dash, and disengage as an action instead of a bonus action. So he moves a little bit faster than you would normally see. Thanks, Astarion. And now I will open tabs to sort my inventory a bit. I'm going to make a little montage here for inventory management. Did go through and sort everyone's inventory, so now I'm going to head down this way where we can see a little boar. He's scared, so I'm going to try to be as nice as possible in this coming conversation.
Away! Away!
Calm down, I won't
You're all
hurt
the
you.
same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me!
Aw, poor guy. That's unfortunate. Oh, Shadowheart is short a hit point. What did she get hit by? I wonder. Alright, so we came from up there and met Astarion, so we should probably head down this way. Right here. I'm gonna try to be as careful as possible. Looks like this goes back toward the beach area we came from. So we've got a dead mind flayer here. I'm going to take all the items off of him. And then we'll head up toward this direction just to finish out this little side of the map.
Mind flayer. And it's hurt.
A hurt mind flayer
That thing's
indeed.
bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
Uh-oh. How do I... Oh, there we go.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
I'm gonna say... No, you should be furious, shouldn't you?
Yes, you feel hate. And you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
I'm going to take advantage of the lapse and break
The
free.
monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
I'm gonna close those eyes forever. Oh, she's angry. All right, and we gained a
Monster.
point of
Death is too good for it.
we gained a point of inspiration for that. So that is granted when your character does something that aligns with the background that you chose at the beginning of the game in the character creation. And that can also apply for any party member, so it doesn't even necessarily have to be the main party member. So if I do something that aligns with the background of Shadowheart or Astarion, for example, they can also get inspiration from the party's actions. It's pretty cool. So you can see here that pod in the corner there, that is where Astarion came from. So we have successfully completed this little edge of the map here. So I am going to run back toward the other way where you see the more black areas and the overgrown ruins. If only I could figure out how to turn the camera. Alright, it's a learning curve, guys. I don't play PC games very often, so you'll have to excuse me while I figure out how to play Baldur's Gate on non-console. Alright, so I've made it up here. It looks like we have a dead goblin.
Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
And I sure will, Shadowheart. Oh, we did get a potion of healing off of this one, and another dead goblin here. Ooh, a supply pack. That's pretty nice. And then down here, it seems we have a whirling portal. I sure hope that there are no simps in this sigil.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
I'm gonna touch it.
A hand? Anyone?
Fantasize about hacking off the hand. Who are you? Slap the hand. Ignore the urge to maim, grab and pull. Attune yourself to the sigil's magic and bid it to quiet down, or leave him to his fate. A little inside baseball for you, in case you would like Gale to join your party. What you do not want to do is fantasize about hacking off the hand. Don't do that. Just don't. Otherwise, use your best discretion as to freeing Gale from this hole, but do not fantasize about hacking off the hand, trust me. I am going to use my Warlock Charisma in this case to try to attune to the sigil's magic. And I can add a bonus from Guidance, so I will do so as well. And it looks like I needed it. A 4 plus a 3 is a 7, plus the 3 from Guidance makes me succeed on that.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this.
Yes, it's me, Roman Bridger, director. I direct things. Okay, let's say at introductions?
At magic. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
You don't trust this man? Draw your weapon. I'm gonna say, never mind the Nautiloid. How'd you get stuck in a rock?
I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words, and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
Took control of the ship, landed it safely, and saved the day. I'm gonna say, to be honest, I haven't a clue.
Fair enough. But even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not?
Couldn't have phrased it more repellently myself.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as seromorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided.
Thank you,
You don't
Gale.
happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Absolutely not, unfortunately. My patron offers me many gifts, but tadpole extraction is not one of them. I can't cure our parasites.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Nice. The Wizard of Waterdeep has joined the party. He is a level 1 wizard, so let me swap to him real quick and level him up. Gale is going to be the weakest in terms of constitution in our party, with just 8 hit points to start, and he'll jump to 14 rather than 17 like most other. He unlocked a level 1 spell slot, and then he will get a subclass and features. Now, we will be able to pick a subclass for Gale based on what we'd like him to focus on as a wizard. I am debating. Let's see what we have. Abjuration, which will give us an arcane ward. So the residual magic from your spells forms a ward around you that protects you from harm. Blade singing gives us some sword stuff that I don't understand. Conjuration gives us create water, and learning conjuration spells costs half as much. Very not exciting. Divination allows us to use portent, which allows us to reroll some dice. Enchantment gives us hypnotic gaze. Evocation gives us sculpt spells, creating pockets of safety within evocation spells, where allies automatically succeed saving throws against the spells and take no damage from them, which is very useful. We have illusion, which gives us an improved minor illusion that allows us to cast minor as a bonus action. We can get necromancy, where once per turn, if a creature is killed with a spell, you can regain hit points equal to twice the spell slot level used, 3 times if it's necromancy. Transmutation allows us to brew 2 alchemical solutions instead of 1 when combining extracts, as long as you succeed a medicine check. So I'm going to go ahead and keep us on the evocation path, because I think the sculpt spells ability is really helpful. With this, I'm going to grab shield, because that'll be really useful for our very, very squishy child here. And I am in between magic missile and burning hands. I think I'm going to go with magic missile for right now, though. And I will accept it from here. The other cool thing about wizards is if you find spell scrolls throughout the game, you'll be able to allow Gale to use the spell scrolls that you find. So for example, I could give him this Detect Thoughts spell scroll, and then in his character sheet, I actually don't know where it is, but because I know where it is on console, maybe in Spellbook. Yes, under his spells in Spellbook, I can select for him to learn more spells, so I can spend 100 gold, for example, if I had that much, and he had level 2 spell slots available. I could spend that gold and have him learn Detect Thoughts, so that's a spell he can always have on him, just from us having the spell slots available. Now, for Gale, let me double check. Gale is not proficient with that. So we are making some solid progress. We now have Shadowheart, Gale, and Astarion as members of our party. I am going to do an F6, F5? F5 to do a quick autosave. Alright, and then we are going to head this way on our journey. We have reached the roadside cliffs. So if you started this game, and when I gave that tip about this hill here, if you had jumped all the way up from the staircase, skipping that intellect devourer interaction, you'll end up right here by Gale. So that's a little tip for you, in case anybody is curious about where you would have ended up. It would have been right here. Oops. I am really killing it in terms of the controls today. Alright, we are at the chapel entrance. I'm going to come over here, as I am well aware that there is a pile of dirt here for a chest. In order to dig up the chest in that pile of dirt, I do have to have a shovel on me, and I do not at this time, so I will come back for that. So I've earned 10 experience from entering the chapel area. And I'm going to make an approach here on these guys.
Make sure it's safe. You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone. But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt? I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
Oh wow, we have quite a few options here. Strength. I don't want to hurt you, but provoke me and I'll keep stabbing long after you're dead. I'm not competition, I am annihilation. I mean no harm, I'm just looking around. Persuasion. That ship is full of monsters, I wouldn't go near it. Deception. I think that ship's an invasion force. Run while you can. Intimidation. The only thing you own is your life. Leave before I take that too. Or Warlock. That ship's full of poisonous vapors. Probably demonic. I'd stay away.
Poisonous? What? See? That thing could be carrying a plague for all we know. We're leaving. Come on, move it!
And we got some approval from both Gale and Shadowheart for that.
Than you look. I thought we had a fight on our hands.
I also thought we had a fight on our hands. Who would have known how well that went? So there are two ways that can end. Either the people will run off as they did here, or they will attack you and you'll have to fight them, which is... I'm kind of indifferent about it. On the inside of this building, there are more of them, so... It won't go well with, for all of us for the most part, but it is at least a little break if we don't have to fight them out here. Oh, we got watermelon for that. Cool. Right, I'm gonna continue running down this way. Oh my god, Starian. I can't see! I can't see, folks! Oh, goodness me. Okay, we're gonna go down here. It looks like there's a backpack right here. We have a ton of stuff in here. So all of that will get put into our inventory. They had some garlic in a burlap sack. Chef, don't judge. And I'm gonna run to the door.
Simple enough.
Thank you, Gibblebuck. Everything all right out there?
Let me in now. Gimblebach ran. Your friends abandoned you. Performance check for yes, it's me. Let me in. And a deception check. Gimblebach triggered some trap. He needs help now. I am going to try the deception check. Bonus for guidance. And I got a dirty 20.
I told him it wasn't safe out there. Get inside and I'll rustle up some bandages.
All right, so that did give inspiration to Astarion, who was happy that we lied to the fella. I am going to do another quick save here, and then we're gonna try to go in there, but we are gonna end up in combat the moment we come in. I don't think I want you to hit him. I guess guiding bolts. Oh, Jesus. That killed him quickly. Alright, we've got the bandit's key as well as the items on him. Our resources are dwindling, and that is because Shadowheart is out of spell slots. So I might take the opportunity while this door is locked and short rest in here.
Dream in red.
Oh, okay, Penelo. Jeez.
No more prayers. Only dust and silence.
Right.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is Orpheus. Not here.
I'm gonna go on a little bit of a looting frenzy, so I will excuse you guys from having to deal with that while I do it. Is happening. Camera. Okay, I've looted everything in here so far. I'm gonna pop another save, and then we're actually gonna camp because the people past this door, I'm metagaming a little bit, but the people past this door are pretty hard to kill. So I am just going to long rest, and then we'll do the battle after the long rest. So we are going to do a long rest. At your camp, you can take a long rest and fully heal your party. You can also manage party members, advance relationships with your companions, store items, and eventually change your character and recruit more followers. So we have quite a bit going on at this underground campsite. In here, we have our traveler's chest, which gives us some items. So I sent the slave mines and stuff back here anyway, but we did have the other items from pre-ordering the game, which is pretty nice. Not pre-ordering, buying the collector's edition of the game. So I am going to I can send all of my food to camp and it'll still be usable as food for camping. So I'm gonna do that. Inventory again. I don't know if I fast forwarded through that or not. I hope I did for your sake. But I did sort my inventory again. Down here, there's no one camping in this section quite yet, but there could be some people there later on. Here we have Gale's wonderful tent. You can tell because it looks like a magician lives here. Wizard.
Go to hell.
And good evening to you too.
Ha! You're a good sport. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. And it isn't trivial.
What's on your mind, Gale?
Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract.
What can I say, but you're right. We're in deep, you know what.
Point well made. I see. I'll wake you bright and early. We'll need to find a healer before the wee one gets hungry. You're not versed in magic, are you?
Not versed in magic? With the powers my patron grants me, I could write an epic.
Oh, I do apologize. I meant to ask, are you studied in magic? Namely, are you a wizard? Which you are not. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
Will do, Gale. Thanks for chatting. Over here in this door, we have access to the magic mirror, which is useful for specifically changing your character. So just as an example, I'm going to go in here. And say I decided that today I want Penelo to have different hair. I can go all the way in and change body art, eyes, makeup, hair, and so on for this character. So say I'm like, oh, I don't really like this hair on her anymore. I want her to have really long hair. I could put this on her. I could put this on her. Like, I can change her hair to anything I can dream of right now. And maybe that's something that we'll do, like, as we progress throughout the game. We can change her hair a little bit. Maybe, like, each act or each area that we progress through, just for a little variety. But for right now, we are going to leave her the same. Oh, this is cute. Oh, that's really cute. For right now, we are going to leave her the same, though, I swear. Ooh. We got some cool stuff going on here. Oh. Oh, that's sick, too. Alright. I'll level myself out. I believe it was this one. Oh, no, it's not. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we'll get our hair going. But yeah, so if you ever want to come back and you're like, man, I'm really not liking, this aspect of my character and whatnot, you can change that later on, including the name. You can also change your character's name. I am going to confirm. But the other thing to note on console specifically, when you go into that mode and your Dark Urge, your name resets, so you have to manually set your name every single time you update your character as a Dark Urge on console. which is a weird thing to say, but that's just what happens. So keep that in mind. Oh my god. Go this way. And go talk to Shart.
What were you two talking about?
We were just discussing the next steps.
I see. I'd be careful with Gale.
You don't trust Gale. I wasn't confiding in anyone, I was just talking.
So am I. If we're to survive, we need to trust each other.
You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
Agreed. The sooner we find someone to help us, the better.
Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
Alright, we had a little chat with Shart. And lastly, Astarion.
Do you mind? I'm brooding.
Okay, good talk, bro. Jeez. Alright, so in order to initiate a long rest... Oh my god. In order to initiate a long rest, you are gonna hit your bedroll, go to bed. So you can end the day and restore your hit points and spell slots. To fully rest, you must use enough camp supplies. So you see we need to get 40. Each of these backpack-looking things gives you 40 camp supplies, but you can also use random food items you find throughout the game to fill up your meter for a long rest. I'm just going to use camp supplies since I have them on me. And then full rest.
As you writhe with sickly dreams, a deep dread floods you. Though you have a tadpole, you know your broken mind is not like the others who bear the worm. A few scraps of the past come back to you now and then, but you can never quite tell where the knowledge comes from. Inexplicable, violent yearnings overwhelm all other thoughts. Who could you possibly be to be their vessel?
So I can think upon my heritage. Is there truth hidden there? I can contemplate my craft. Why do I have the skills I do? Probe my mind. What thoughts stand out the most? The answer is simple. You must be death herself. Or the answer is bleak. You were once someone awful. I'm going to say probe my mind.
I recall waking up, hearing the pounding war drum of blood. How much you treasured the sight of the first corpse you touched.
Going to swear to resist these sick urges, whatever the cost.
There must be a way through this red fog. As you fall asleep, you are a shivering and shaking mess. Blood, 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 blood.
And thus, we have completed our first long rest for the game. I'm going to call this episode here. It has been a true pleasure to be part of this journey with you guys, and I am excited for another Baldur's Gate episode. But it is time for me to go play some Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMORPG. So until I see you next, thanks so much for watching. It has been awesome. Please like, subscribe, and comment and stuff. Yeah, see you next time, guys.